Hi guys, right, okay, first thing I must apologise because I forgot to record the session, the live session. So I'm going to be going through this as a kind of replay. Now, the live workshop that we viewed, and thank you guys for turning up for it. It was really good to see so many people there. It's fabulous. So it was a tour around Zenler. So we were looking at the dashboard. Now, this whole workshop is for you to have a glimpse. You don't need to remember things, you know, you just need to see where I'm going and the platform itself, just to look around, because this is the first workshop and we're going to be running many workshops, and each of them are going to be focused on a certain topic, and that way we can spend a lot more time and I can answer questions as well. So this first workshop, we had chat enabled, but no actual interaction as such. So in future workshops, going to be a lot of interaction. Now guys, they are going to be put up maybe on YouTube. They're going to be put into the live workshop and they're going to be on the replay pages when they're finished. So if you guys don't want to be live on camera or anything like that, don't want your name shown, those kind of things, then just maybe change your name or turn your camera off, or just put your questions in the chat and we'll try to get to them. So it's just in case any of you want to be sort of secret squirrels. That's fine, that's good. There's lots of people that want to be live on the camera and stuff like that, so it's really good. I want a kind of interactive session because you get a lot more achieved. And I'm focusing on one subject, so there's only a finite amount of questions that can kind of come along really with these kind of things, and as we're breaking stuff around. Now if a particular workshop happens to be quite a big one, it might be an extended amount of time, or it might actually run over 2 weeks, you know, depending on what the subject is and depending on how many questions come in and if we run out of time. So I'm presuming that some of the longer workshops will run 2 hours plus. If it's 2 hours plus, then there will be a break, an hour, just for me to just have a little bit of a break before I come back on camera, because your head can get a bit fried if you do more than kind of an hour, and I want to be nice and fresh for you guys as well. So anyway, enough of that. This is the replay, so I'm going to be jumping in and we're going to be looking at the dashboard of Zenler. So here we are guys. I've just got this basic site set up here, and this is basically as you would see it. I've made a change to this red header at the top here, which I'll show you later, but we're going to sign in, and you need to sign in with your admin. If you're testing your site as a student, as I know a lot of you are pro users and have probably played around, you need to make sure that you log in as admin to be able to access the back end, which is this end here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through all of this stuff. Then at the end of it, I'm going to tell you where you can get more support and what you need to do to move forward through these workshops. So although each workshop will be broken down, it's still good to have a grounding, and that's where a course that I've done, which is called the Quick Start Guide to Zenler, is going to really help you. It's about 2 hours long, end to end, really quick, primes you for more advanced subjects moving forwards into course creation. So the first page that we can see here in the dashboard is the dashboard and this is an overview of your site. So as you add more data, more students, add courses, these areas will start to fill up and there start to be graphs generated. It will also give you your income amount and all these sort of things, and visitors, leads, site sign-ups, course enrollments, all these sort of things. You'll also see the live stream bits in here of active people that are on your site, plus all the recent orders and these kind of things. So this is the dashboard, very simple area. You can of course also look at this over certain ranges as well, so you can put your ranges in there to filter out the information you need. Now as well as this, we also have another report area up here that we'll get to in a minute. So I want to jump through from left to right. So we're going to, first one I'm going to go into, it's called courses. Now inside here you can create your course, and we're going to be doing that in a workshop, so I'm not going to go into that area. It's very linear. When you click it, you'll be presented with a screen, you fill the details out, Click next, move on to the next bit until you get to the curriculum section that you will start to populate with your course material. Okay, all pages are generated, so you have a sales page, you have a checkout, a thank you page and a course access page, all automatically generated inside of Zenler. So on the left hand side, you'll always be able to get back to this page by clicking courses. Under here we have something called bundles. Now what a bundle is, it means that you can actually bundle up courses. So if you create 3 courses and you want them to be one course, you can put them into a bundle. So you can actually package them up, put them into a bundle. Categories, you can set categories for your courses, so or bundles. So you might have a category called, say you've got courses on gardening and another course on fishing. You could have a category for gardening and you could have a category for fishing, and in each of those can be courses that you set by the category. Now in assignments, you can set assignments for your students, so you can actually get them to upload files, you can get them to write stuff, you can actually put reference material for them to look at or to download, and also you can grade them and you can approve, reject or reassign the assignment to them. So that can be done, and when you do reassign it for them to retake that, you'll then get revision, so you can see back through all their revision history as well. So that's assignments. Now we move on to coupons. Remember, this is all under course. So we move on to coupons. Coupons are really good. So you can get a coupon, you can have a course and you could say, okay, I want to generate a coupon for a special offer, say 50% off, and you can set coupons up for a course or multiple courses or all of the courses. You can do it by percent and you can do it by amount as well, and it will reduce that by the amount. So next we have instructors. So you've got the instructors on the course, you've got students on the course, you can activate reviews, so you can have reviews on your courses that you approve. Okay, you can also set up certificates, so when they finish they actually receive a certificate. You can view the video library as well, which is like the media library, and you can view reports about that course as well, about the courses as well. That will be, this report will be exactly the same as this report tab up here. So if I quickly jump into this, then you can kind of see. So it takes us to this report tab that you'll have all your reports down here, and you can select ranges, you can select the course, and you can group by as well, so you can get a full schedule of that, and you can look at the detailed report and run reports on that. Let me jump back to courses again. So that's this area completely covered. Now down here we also have what's called become a partner. So if you want to become a partner of Zenler, it basically means that you're getting people to buy into the platform at Pro or Premium. If you're doing that, then you will receive a actual payment from us at Zenler. You get 40% on the first sale, so tier 1. Okay. Now if they then buy a course, you get a second tier level, which I think is 5%, but I'm not sure. So that's become a partner, so if you want to sell the platform to others. Okay, so let's move on to marketing funnels. So marketing funnels here, marketing funnels are a way of getting leads or potential students into your courses or your membership site or into your subscriptions. So it works like this. You can set up something like a free video series, so a video series over 3 days. Let's call it register now for your intensive 3-day workout. Okay, once they sign up, they will go into your system as leads. Then an email will fire off to them using automations, which is another big thing of Zenler, where you can automate emails to go out depending on an action, such as an enrollment or a sign up. So when they actually register, the email will fire out saying go to day 1. Then you can set the next email to go out maybe the next day, and then they can go to video 2 and video 3. And then at the end of that, if you want to try and sell something, then you can say get 40% off my course and put a coupon code in there and get them to sign up into you. Or you can just get them to sign up and then you can email them later to try to sell them something. funnels. So we can do video site funnels and we can do lead magnets. Now automation and funnels is very powerful. Not only can you do these things like lead magnets and video series funnels, but you can also use it to trigger certain actions, and we'll be talking about that in later workshops. So any leads that you do generate you can find here. Okay, so you can click the leads tab, so it's very easy. Next one we're moving on to is email broadcasts. Now email broadcasts can be used to actually send an email out to your leads or your students or anybody who's on in your contact list. Now we can also set up students or leads or people that you've tagged, and we can put them into email lists, organized lists. So we can view all contacts or we can view people in the lists. So email broadcasts, again, very easy to work with. We're going to follow that up and do a workshop on that as well, but that's where it is for sending out emails to people. Now we're going to move on to communities. Now what communities is, in a nutshell, is kind of like Facebook. So all it is a place where your students can go. You could actually do a community for everybody regardless of whether they're on a course or not, but you can also set up communities for certain courses or bundles. So you might have a little area where everyone can start discussing and talking amongst themselves, and you can help and answer their questions as well. So communities is very powerful for engagement and nurturing. We also have discussions. Now discussions are a little bit different because you can actually put them into your course curriculum. Your course curriculum is built up through sections and lessons inside those sections. So what you can do is each lesson you can set up a discussion on that lesson. You don't have to, but you can. So we have discussions. Again, this drives engagement. You also receive notification as well. So people will receive emails on messages that are sent back and forward or replied to them as well. In discussions you can have a private conversation with a student, so that's quite a big thing as well. So viewing a community, I could click here and it'll open up the community tab, and you can see here I've got a community, I've got nobody in there, but you can see I've just set this up. I could set this out and send it to everybody, put emojis in there, and to get back out of that I can just click there. You also get a bell notification up the top as admin when you go in if there's new messages, so it's all very handy. So next one I'm going to jump into is site, and this is probably the biggest area because this is everything to do with your site. So I'm going to cover this quite quickly. I don't want to get too in depth with it because these are things that are going to be covered later. First one is site settings. Now this is your site details, so the name of your site and the URL of your site. The next one is custom domain. So if you set up a custom domain for your site, this is where you can set it up. So it would be something like yourdomain.com, or you can also do subdomain. So it might be sub.yourdomain.com. Yeah. So you can set up subdomains and custom domains for pro and premium users. Next we've got GDPR. So if you've got any GDPR requirements for your country, you need to enable that there. Yeah. And then we've got notification status, so you can actually enable or disable system and welcome emails when people register. If you're going to do this, we assume that you're going to be using automations to welcome them. Again, we'll talk about that later, don't get confused. Next one we got in here is global includes. Now if you are a coder and you like developing things and you want to, and if you just go on to like something like Google Analytics and you want to take that code, this could be the good place to put it, because this will put the code throughout all of the pages in your site. Now down here we've got course player. This is purely for the curriculum area, and you can put code in there for that as well. So you could put CSS in here and it would ripple through all of the pages of your site, and you can put other code in there as well, scripts and style. Okay. If you don't understand this, do not worry about it at this stage. We have a course on this sort of stuff as well, and it's all in there. So next one is time zone, nice and easy. Set your time zone. So you just go in and find your country, and you just put in your country. So if I go GMT, there I am. Boom. Click update. There we go. So next one we've got is sitemap. Now a sitemap, this is what you're going to receive. A sitemap is basically a map of all the pages in your site and how they're related to each other. So whether they're in a hierarchy, whether they're one after each other, if you do a new blog or a new page, you need a sitemap. And the sitemap helps search engines like Google. It will have a look at a sitemap and then it will be able to go, oh yeah, great, it's all written out for me, I can take that and I can put it in the system. Okay, your sitemaps are really important. So when you've done your site, you must create a sitemap. And you'll get something like this happen, but that's okay, that means it's done. I'll just close that down. You can now see it's in there, created this sitemap. Okay, you can always view that sitemap by copying that URL, going there and visiting it like that. Okay, now if you add new pages or anything to your site, just recreate the sitemap. All you've got to do is hit that once, it will recreate the sitemap, close that window, and it's done. Okay, so that's site settings. Right, next we're going to move into branding. Now branding is where you put your logo into your site, you choose your font, you choose the colors. All these things are done in the branding tab. Remember, we're in the main site and branding. So you would upload a logo there for your site. Okay, and that would appear, let me just go to here. That would appear here as a logo. Yeah, you'll also notice this little icon here. This is called a fav icon. See, it's there. So you can upload a fav icon. What I suggest is just make sure the image is quite big when you're looking at it on screen, your logo. With fav icons, make sure they're square. Make sure they're nice and big and square. I'm not going to complicate it by giving you sizes. Just make sure they're nice and big. You'll be able to see if it's big enough or if it's clear enough, because if you upload it and it's all blurry, it means your image is really small, so you need a bigger image. So that's all I'm going to talk about as far as that at this stage. Next one is font families. So in here you can select font types. So we have a heading font and a body font. What does that mean? Let's jump back to here. This is the heading. This is body in here. Just this small text is body. Yeah, so these are headings. You can see these are headings or H1 tags if you want to get technical. And in here are just body text, like paragraph text or body text. Okay, so that is for those. So you would go in here and select a font pair, or you can come down here and just manually have a look at ones that you like. Let's change it. Let's go to Pangolin there. And for the body font, let's change this one up and make it righteous. And let's click save and watch what happens to my site page. I'm going to click back here. I'm going to hold the control key on a PC and in Chrome, and I'm going to hit fresh. And there you go, it's all changed. Notice it's changed these fonts instantly. I'm going to change this back to what it was, which I think is PT and Open Sans. And I click save. I come back in here, refresh, and bang, it's all back. Okay. So down here, colors. Now notice the top of here is red. That's because this. And what I want to talk about is the header, the footer, and the body. Okay, so the header is this top area, this very top of the page. It normally doesn't change in a lot of websites. Down the bottom, this bottom area is the footer, and everything between the header and the footer is the body. There. Okay, so let me change the background color of the header. Let's put it into a light grey and let's hit save. Come back to here, control refresh. Give this a second. Let me just save the block here and refresh. There we go, it's changed. So we can change lots of the settings in here. I do suggest you have a play around and find color combinations that you like. Okay, these hover colors are when you hover over something like a button. Okay, so footer, again, it's the same thing. Background color can be changed. Body, the same thing. We also have the course player, which is the curriculum, and the communities we've talked about. That gives you a page background, link, and a border color, and the blog as well, which we haven't got into yet. So that is the branding. You can do quite a lot and change the whole look and feel of the site with a few clicks in the branding tab, again under the site. Let's go to homepage. So in the homepage section, what you can do is you can actually select a page for different logins. So if you have a user that's logged in, you can select a different page from a user that is logged out. Remember, the home page is the very first page that you come to. Okay, the home page. So when would you use this? Well, maybe you'd use this for logged out users, and you say join our site, register today, right? And that's the page that comes up for anyone that hasn't registered on your site. But when they log in, you might have a welcome back to the site because you're a member. So that is that home page. So we're going to move to pages now. By default, Zenler will actually set up a set of pages for you. These are supposed to be edited by you. Okay, so it will set these pages up, and it makes it as a first start building block for you to be able to change them. So I'm not going to jump into the actual page builder because we're going to be doing that in a future workshop, but I'm going to go and show you what these mean. This green means the page is published. It means it's accessible. Okay, so if it was unpublished, you wouldn't be able to access that page. Now let's click this little gear icon. This will give us a few changes. We can change the name of the page, we can change the URL of the page, we can unpublish the page by unchecking like this. We can also say, is that page visible for all users or only for logged in users? So this is very powerful. Next thing we've got is the actual pencil, which is the edit the page icon. I'm not going to click that. Next we have clone this page. So you can clone the pages. As you're going to see in future workshops, we're actually going to create a master page and then clone it so that we don't have to redo work and basically take more time when we're working on it. The next one, we've got a little eye icon. You're going to see this in various places. It basically means you can preview. So if I click this, we can preview this page by clicking that little eye icon. Also, take note that it opens up in a new tab, which means that we don't lose our page here. That happens quite a lot in Zenler. It'll open up a new tab, meaning we can always get back to where we started. And the last one we've got is delete. Now be very careful with delete, because if you delete a page, then it's gone and you won't get it back. So if there's any code or something in there, then you won't be able to get it back. So a better idea is to just unpublish it. So if you go into the gear icon, hit this little button and then click update, you're now going to see that that page is unpublished. So it's not viewable anymore. To turn it back on and publish it, you can just activate it, click publish page, and bang, it's back. So these are pages. We're going to be looking at a lot more of this. Right, next we have blogs. Now blogs, we now got the ability to add blogs into our site. So blogs can be searched, they can be in categories. All pages, any page that's created or blog post that's created in Zenler, you can search engine optimize it for sites, social media sites and search engine results. So all pages and blog posts that you have in Zenler can be fully SEO'd. Okay, so I'll give you an example of a blog that we set up here. So I'm going to go to one of my sites here, and we're going to go in to the blog page. And this is a blog that has been done on Zenler. You can see that. Quite styled, but if I click into one of these areas, you can see this is a lovely blog. We've got share icons in here. This can all be done in Zenler. We'll be looking at this in more detail in one of the workshops. Next we've got languages. I'm not going to be on languages for long. Languages allow you to change certain words that are generated dynamically by Zenler, and you've got the ability to be able to change these words. A lot of people are using this to change it to their own language. Okay, and you can also select the languages there to put in for all the different areas. So it's not something you need to look at the moment. I'll be talking about this in future workshops. Next we've got system emails. So you can actually customize the look of system emails that go out through Zenler as well. Next thing, we've got tax here. If you've got you charge tax for EU customers, you can enable it in here, and you can do exempt selected courses, and you can also add a VAT ID on the checkout page as well. So we have tax built in. The next one we have built in here is integration. So we have integrations with Stripe, PayPal, Razorpay, Zenler Mail, Zapier, Zenler. We have a Zenler API, bring your own SMT. We also have MailChimp, ConvertKit, MailerLite, ActiveCampaign, Mooseend. If you don't know anything about these, don't worry about it. The only thing that you do need is either a Stripe account or a PayPal account. If you have the free beta version, you can only use Stripe. Okay, so we'll be looking at these in more details later as well. Next we have media library. In the media library, this is all of the media that we upload to the site. So it might be videos, images, PDFs, zip files. It's all going to be in the media library. Okay. Inside the media library, we have the ability to unlock certain areas and share things as well. So I've got a share link. So this is only going to be available, this link, if they're logged in. So you can change this and say anyone with a link can download it, click done, and the little lock will disappear from there, meaning this link can now be downloaded by anyone. We can also edit it, view it, download it, and delete it from here as well. Right, the next area we've got is all the people on our site. So if you go to all, it's going to show site admin, instructors, students, affiliate, leads, assistants, and support. So they would all show in here if we had anyone on this site, and we'd be able to filter them by their user role. Okay. Also, students you bring into the site you can tag as well. So you can tag for email segmentation when you're sending out through something like the email broadcasts. So a super site admin is what you are logging in, but you can also set up standard admins as well, which can admin your site. You can set up instructors to help with courses. Students are paying students. You can also have affiliates. So you might have people bringing people into your course and they might be making a percentage. They're called affiliates. And then you have leads. These are people that you bring in yourself who haven't bought any courses. So they're waiting to, maybe you can upgrade them to become a student by buying one of your courses. Automatically they will be upgraded when they buy something. You've also got assistants that can help you run the site, and support as well. We also have an affiliate program down here that you can set up for the affiliates and the settings and the payments. And we have become a partner down here, which works with the tier 1 and tier 2 settings. So next we have live. Now lives are very powerful. We have live classes. Live classes are used for students that are already on courses in your site. You'd set up a live class and you'd then say anyone in that course can be in this live class. Live interactive webinars is what we're doing at the moment, and this is where you get people to register as leads and then you can sell to them later. So you can run a live webinar to get them to buy into a course or those sort of things. And then lastly we have live stream. So we can live stream to both Facebook live and YouTube live, and we do that in office hours and our regular Wednesday Q&A sessions. So we use, that's what we used, and the one we're using now is this one here, live interactive webinars. So these are very powerful as well. At the moment we don't have cloud recording, so if you are running a live class or a live interactive webinar, make sure, unlike I did, record, hit the record button. You'll see it on there, just click it. Now from now on I'm doing a checklist as I run through, just so I never ever forget that again. Not that I will. So lastly we're over on this side, and this is going to give us notifications on people that have written on a community or a discussion group, and here we can go into our account settings. So we could go to the settings here for instance, and that will take us back to site settings, and we can go also into our account as well. So we can go into our account there, look at billing stats, we can upgrade if we're on a lower plan, and we can also go to notifications there. So this is all the dashboard of Zenler. So really easy once you know where everything is. So all you need to remember here is you just need to, there's only these really. and then you've got tabs inside it. So the one that you'll probably set up first of all will be the site settings, and lots of this stuff you will never come back to, or you might occasionally but not that much. So that's a very powerful in that area, so it hasn't got to be set up much. The area you're going to spend all the time really is going to be in pages and in courses and probably in live and funnels, you know, and we're going to run through all this stuff anyway. Right, so that's the end of the presentation. I've basically covered everything we talked about in the live that we did. So what I want to do now is I want to actually tell you where you can get support. There's only one place you need to go to get support. You just need to put tutorials.newzenler.com. That's tutorials.newzenler.com. This has got everything in it for you. So in this page you have our office hours. This is live streamed to Facebook on these days. It's straight in Facebook. Then we have a live Q&A every Wednesday, again streamed straight into the Facebook group. And then we have the live workshops. So upcoming workshops are in here with a register link. Okay. Now, if we move forwards and you go into the course, what I need you to do for this first little bit of homework for you is sign up to the NZ Masterclass bundle. Yeah. So I need you to go, let me just go back, tutorials.newzenler.com, go down here, NZ Masterclass bundle, hit that, and hit this, free for all members. Now if you do this, you're going to have access to these 6 courses. The course you need to focus all your attention on, if you're new to Zenler, is the Quick Start Guide. It should take you about 2 hours to do. Okay, and that's all you should need. Now if we go in this Quick Start Guide, you're going to see that it's going to say please enroll, but you'll actually have access once you sign up for it. Now another area that you should look at is the Ask Zenler page. This has got more support videos. These are basically from our YouTube channel. So have a look through them. We've also got support docs here, and we've got our YouTube link here as well. So you can subscribe to our YouTube. Our YouTube has tons of videos on it, including things like the site launch roadmap, which is really good one. And we have all the new features that we've released. We have Ask Zenlers. This is community videos that I've helped with Facebook groups. We have the pro interviews, which is absolutely amazing. Our office hours that we do every Monday. That's me, Rakesh and Kevin. And Kevin's running a challenge at the moment as well. I don't think anyone can sign up for that now because I think it's already taken. I'm not sure. Then we have Zenler FBH, Facebook Help. So these are short videos helping people out on our Facebook group. And remember, our Facebook group is facebook.com/groups/New Beta. And that's how, make sure you're signed up on here if you're a member for sure. So that about covers it. Do make sure that you sign up for the NZ Masterclass bundle. Please sign up for this and take this Quick Start Guide. This Quick Start Guide will take you through all of the things you need. So it's not very big. It's testing the site. These are all maybe 3-4 minute videos. Where do I go from here? Serious about being an online creator, setting up our first course, getting prepared for our course creation, testing site as a student, setting up our first Zenler site, a quick tour of Zenler. It's really easy, it's really quick, and this is definitely the first place you should start to learn Zenler. So hopefully I'll see you next week when we're starting to do our page builder workshop. It's going to be really good. Like I said, it could be 2 hours plus. There will be a break between for me to have a little bit of a rest, and then you can ask as many questions. It's going to be fully interactive, so it's going to be a crazy fun time. So I can't wait for next Sunday. It's going to be great. So guys, sorry about the replay, but sometimes that's the way it goes when you forget to hit the record button. So yeah, anyway, hopefully this helped you. I've covered everything that we did in that workshop, so you should be sorted.